So yesterday I saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning in theaters, and well, since we're gonna be talking about it today in this ranking, you'll have to see where it ends up. Sorry for the little weird intro, but hey, there are 8 movies, and I watched them all before I went to watch this movie. So if you follow me on Letterboxd, which you definitely should, oh my gosh, please follow me on Letterboxd. Oh my god, then you'll know. You'll know what I've been doing. And you'll know how the video pans out if you would just go to my Letterboxd and follow me. But anyway, let's go ahead and rank. I don't think 2 is a bad movie, but I cannot say it's good in any sense of the word. It is just boring. And I've said this before, and I still stand by this today. I would rather watch a movie that is just awful, beyond compare. But here's why. Because it's funny bad. I could watch Jack and Jill, I would much rather rewatch something like Jack and Jill, 8 Crazy Nights, or Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate than rather rewatching something like Mission Impossible 2. Because Mission Impossible 2 is just boring. The opening scene where he's, climbing the mountain is cool. The ending scene is cool. The camera angles are over-exaggerated, but I think that was the best part of the movie. It just feels like there was just, no one remembers 2. Right? There are other forgettable movies in this franchise that we'll get to pretty soon. But no one remembers 2. Honestly, it feels like for the first 4 movies, it feels like they just kind of picked a director to direct it. We got the director of Scarface to do the first one. We got, what was his name? Brian something? I don't know. I literally just made that up. What did I say? Brian. John Woo. And he's directed other things before. But then we had, J.J. Abrams and then Brad Bird. And then we finally landed on Christopher McQuarrie. So it's just weird. How we got here. So it's just boring. The characters aren't just exciting at all. The only character the only character that really came back from 1 besides Tom Cruise is Luther. And once we get to 3, we'll definitely get to see more of those characters that we will see for the rest of the franchise. But 2 is just nothing. Honestly, you can skip it. We'll get to this later, but I don't want to spoil it right now. Oh, by the way, there are going to be spoilers for all these movies. I don't really want to try and steer away from spoilers. I'm just going to let you know right now, there will be spoilers. I watched this on the way to Pigeon Forge, and it's good. It's a good movie. But this is my dad's favorite Mission Impossible movie because he's old. The movie is good. It is not bad at all. But the parts where it shines is, the hacking in scene, the famous scene where he's on a rope, he's typing and stuff. And hang on. What am I trying to think of? The ending helicopter train fight. That is cool stuff. That is the parts where I really perked up. But the rest of the movie's just kind of boring. The opening is fine, I guess. It just doesn't really want to make me, relate with these characters. I knew I wanted to keep going. I knew I'd want to go see the new one, so I knew I had to keep working on this. So I watched it. I watched 2. That was when I was really doubtful when watching 2. But luckily, we got some things picked up here. So Mission Impossible 1 isn't bad. It's just, honestly, I would say you still have to watch it. Just 2 is ridiculous. You don't have to watch 2. This one's kind of controversial, actually. When I was making the list, I honestly was pretty shocked at how I felt about Rogue Nation. It is a great movie. The characters that are introduced, they are really solid. Honestly, the movie is great. But I really consider 3 to be the start of the new the great Mission Impossibles, and it is. That's where it just kept going up from here. But Rogue Nation just kind of feels yeah, it's up there. But just Paramount Plus puts for their Mission Impossible, that's where I watch all these movies. That's Paramount Plus. They put their most famous stunt as their poster for the movie. So Mission Impossible 1 has the typing scene. Mission Impossible 2 has the bike scene. Ghost Protocol has the Burj Khalifa. This one is him hanging on the side of the plane. A great scene, no doubt, probably one of the best like ever. But it's in the first 5 minutes of the movie, which means you pretty much wasted your best stunt, the stunt that people are going to know this movie for just to show that yes, like he's still like the impossible guy. So, like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's still really great, but it's just kind of like filler in my opinion. Like it's still really good, and I will still probably rewatch it from time to time. But yeah. And another thing about this movie is like, it is great. The character moments in this are stellar. I love to see like how Ethan is starting to doubt himself more about this might not be possible. Like, just like he doesn't want Benji's help initially, but eventually he comes to realize like he will need it because he's starting to believe that he can't do this anymore, which is just really great to see. But yeah, the Rogue Nation is great, no doubt about it. This was a breath of fresh air coming off of Mission Impossible 2. I watched this in class. I think I've also watched Mission Impossible 2 in class. But this is when I really remember, like, wow, this is good. Like, just, hang on. Like, the opening scene is, like, incredible, honestly, just because, if I remember correctly, like, it's, like, kind of, like, it's a, like, the whole movie's kind of like a flashback. Like, we get to see the opening scene, like, pretty much the end of the movie, and we get to go back. I love the villain. I think he's great. Like, he actually poses a threat. Why can't more Mission Impossible villains do that, is my question. We'll get to that later, though. Mission Impossible 3? Like, it just feels like the most nostalgic for some reason. Like, it came out in, like, 2006, and maybe it's nostalgic because I can't shut up about it on my YouTube community tab. The camera was a little shaky in this one, though. Like, it was kind of blurry because I feel like they were trying to get in the action more than filming the action. Like, they wanted to really feel like, this is dangerous, but you're in on it. So put yourself in VR and experience what Ethan Hunt does on the jet. No, just this is a movie, guys. Let me like watch the movie instead of having me be in the movie. Like I like to see what is happening. I like his conflict with his wife. Just like we get to see that more in the best movie ever. But hey, 3 is underrated as heck. That's all I gotta say. I have mixed feelings on part 1s and part 2s. But here's the thing. I think they're kind of stupid, especially if they're taking, like, a long time to make. Like, we should have gotten Spider-Verse 3, like, what? Over a year ago. So, at that point, it's just kind of stupid. But the Reckonings, like, maybe as soon as I watched The Dead Reckoning, like, a month before the new one came out. But I just honestly love how this one ends. Like, it's not like they're in a dangerous situation. To be continued, you have to wait for another 2 years, dummy. But, yeah. I'm getting a lot of text. Okay, hang on. Let me figure this out real quick. But, like, yeah, I love how this one ends. Like, it's really, like, solid. And then, like, it's not in a way where, like, the second one needs to recap what just happened. But, like, you kind of know. I probably could have done another rewatch before I went to saw The Final Reckoning. Just because maybe I would have understood what's going on. But I still enjoyed it enough. But, like, Dead Reckoning 1 is, like, really good. I love the characters. I love Grace. Actually, I thought she was a fine addition. Just, yeah, I like Benji with I like the opening airport scene. That was really cool. Like, part 1s to me feel like, okay, we're setting up what this key that we're looking for. Like, so, I'll kind of explain this when we get to The Final Reckoning. So, let's just get there. Why not? Let's just snap. This one feels the most like, this was directed by Brad Bird, who no doubt did a great job directing this one. And, like, he's directed action movies, but they're animated. He's an animation director for Pixar. And, well, no, that's not true. He only did... Well, yeah, but he directed both Incredibles movies, Ratatouille, and The Iron Giant, which is Warner Brothers. But he did a fantastic job on The Ghost Protocol. Honestly, the action here feels insane. Like, one of my favorite scenes in any movie now is Ethan Hunt climbing the Burj Khalifa. Like, I was, like, on the edge of my seat, my fictional seat, because I wasn't seeing this in theaters. It is, oh my god. Like, Jeremy Renner plays a character in this 1 year before the Avengers. So this came out the same year as Thor, where he was first introduced as Hawkeye. So it's just like, I don't know. I like both his characters, but it is kind of weird because in Rogue Nation, he is just like not a character anymore. Like he is there, which is better than like the other three can say, because he's just not there in those. But you know, he's here. Like he's here in this one. He actually does stuff, but like he's just kind of like the guy in the chair in Rogue Nation. It's weird, but Ghost Protocol, I'd say he was handled well. But I like the rest of his crew. I think Benji's a nice addition to the crew. I love the opening. I like how it's like an actual sewer, like the title thing, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, if you weren't listening to the spoiler warning earlier, actual spoilers. The movie came out like a couple of weeks ago. Well, actually, that's not true. When I'm filming this, it came out a couple weeks ago. I filmed this on June 2nd. Okay? I did not just see the movie whenever this video comes out. Oh my gosh! The Final Reckoning is incredible. Honestly. What the heck? So, the first movie is about, like, trying to get the key from the possession. And that works. Pretty much the movie wraps up in the hero's favor. But in this movie, we're trying to figure out what the key does. And, like, oh my gosh, I can't even, like, say it. Like, people are actually, like, not liking this movie that much. And just, like, how could you not? The stunts in this one are insane. Like, knowing that he does his own stunts for a lot of... I bet he didn't actually hang out the side of the plane. I'm going to say that, and I bet he did. So, I don't know what he did, but it's incredible. Like, I couldn't help but have a smile on my face during that opening with Grace in, like, that room where they're being, like, kidnapped. When they started, like, when Ethan, like, bit down on the poison thing, and he started, like, actually getting back up and the music swells, like, oh my gosh, this movie is incredible. The ending plane scene is also incredible. It's like, oh my gosh, Gabriel is a great villain. Like, this movie is pretty violent, though. Like, I'd say, like, if this movie wasn't a part of the Mission Impossible series, it probably would have been rated R. Maybe not, I don't know. But, like, The Matrix is rated R, and, like, that has, like, the violence is, like, PG-13. I don't know how that got the R rating, but... What else are we going to talk about? Like, for some reason I love when, like, the goal is not to kill Gabriel. They need him alive. But when Ethan's plan goes haywire because... Okay, hang on. The guy, I don't remember I should probably look up his name. Hang on, let me find his name. Is it this guy? No. This guy. Yes. I honestly predicted that Biggs is Jim Phelps' son. I got it right. I was so happy when that happened. Oh my gosh. Like, I got it right. We have, like, other characters in this that are like, yeah. So the team consists of Ethan Hunt, Grace, Benji, Paris, and what's his name? Where is he? Is he not on here? That's sad, honestly. I don't know where he is, but there's a Dagus, there it is. In Dagus. And then we have when in the first movie when Ethan Hunt's doing the hacking thing, that guy who he's trying to avoid is in this movie. He's part of the crew. This is the first movie in like the last decade that I've seen that used the word crackerjack. Just go watch the movie to find the context of that. Anyway, back to the thing. Like, so the main mission is to get Gabriel basically on their side without him knowing, for him to complete the plan so they can stop it. But when that goes haywire because Jim Phelps' son decides to try and kill Gabriel, like, it goes crazy. And so I love the scene where, like, they're hiding, but Gabriel tries to get away, and Ethan starts yelling at Paris and Dagus to, like, start trying and kill him, because their plan is gone. If they kill Gabriel, they can actually still do this. But, like, kill him now, kill him, like, I love that for some reason. I love when Benji gets, like shot and starts bleeding. He's like, I thought he'd never leave. And, like, shows it, because Ethan would not do it. Like, Ethan would not finish the mission if he knew that one of his team members were hurt like that. Oh my gosh, it's like, oh my gosh. Go see this. My other thing is, though, I don't think it's over. In like 10 years, they're gonna make another one, just for money. Like, it didn't end in a way where like, yeah, this is the ending of Mission Impossible. We're not gonna get another one anytime. Like we're done here. But no, I don't think we're done. I think we'll get another one. Just we'll see. In due time, we'll get another one because the ending wasn't really that great. But if they're gonna make another one, they better do it fast because Tom Cruise is 63, I think, if my math is correct. So wait, no, not yet. He's almost 63. He was born the day before the 4th of July. Very patriotic. Where do I even begin? Fallout actually is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Ever. Like, oh my gosh. I don't even know where to begin. For starters, Henry Cavill does a great job in this movie. Like, he is honestly incredible. And this is the only Mission Impossible movie to say the F word. The F word. Like, okay, so this is kind of like a continuation of 3's storyline with Ethan's wife, where like she comes back in the end. It's just like it's so sweet. I mean, it teared up a little bit in the end. I watched this at school. It's sad when the only time I have free time is at school to watch Mission Impossible movies. So yeah. I don't know if this is true or not, but someone told me, like, I don't think 7 and 8 were supposed to be made. I think they just wanted to do that for the end. And I was like, yeah, I'd say that 8 is as about as good as an ending as 6 was. Like, they could have ended at 6, but they didn't. They had to end it at 8, which probably isn't the ending. So we'll see what happens. So Fallout is great. Like, honestly, I might want to make an entire video dedicated to talking about Fallout because I don't remember much of it, but I just remember loving it. So just stay tuned for that. We're gonna make a video about Fallout, dang it. So with that, that is the Mission Impossible ranking. Please come back for more. What franchise should I rank next? The Karate Kid? That is new. I don't know. We'll do that.